Ever heard that the Great Wall of China is visible from space? Well, it's not. This fascinating myth has its roots in antiquity, a testament to the awe-inspiring scale of this human-made marvel. However, scientific evidence tells a different story. From the vast expanse of space, distinguishing individual man-made structures becomes an impossible feat, considering the sheer size of our planet. So next time, when someone tells you that they can see the Great Wall from the moon, you know they're spinning a tall tale. Moving on, let's debunk another myth: are bats blind? Now this is a relatively recent myth compared to the Great Wall saga we've just discussed. It's rooted in the fact that bats have a fascinating way of navigating their surroundings. They use an advanced system called echolocation, which is incredibly efficient for their nocturnal lifestyle. But here's the twist. Just because bats navigate primarily using echolocation does not mean they are blind. In fact, contrary to popular belief, bats have decent vision. Their eyes are fully capable of seeing, but they rely on their echolocation to navigate in the dark, which is far more effective than vision alone in their low-light environments. So it's a bit like using a GPS in your car. You're not blind without it, but it certainly helps to navigate unfamiliar roads, especially at night. So bats aren't blind after all. They see just fine, and even more than that, they navigate better than most. Here's a childhood myth that scared many of us. Swallowing gum will have it stay in your stomach for 7 years. This myth, although more recent and widespread, has its roots dug deep in the fear of the unknown. The origin of this myth is rather vague, but it seems to be a cautionary tale told by parents and teachers to discourage children from swallowing gum. The idea is simple: gum is not food, and since it's not food, our bodies can't digest it. So, it must just sit there for 7 long years. However, let's delve into the wonders of the human digestive system. When we consume food, our body breaks it down into smaller pieces that can be absorbed and used by the body. This process starts in the mouth, continues in the stomach, and finishes in the intestines. Our body is designed to extract all the nutrients it can and expel the rest. But what about gum? Well, gum is made of a rubbery substance called gum base, which indeed our bodies can't fully break down. But that doesn't mean it stays in our stomach. Just like other indigestible items, gum is moved through the digestive system by a process called peristalsis, and eventually, it is expelled. So, swallowing gum isn't exactly healthy, as it can potentially cause blockages in children or people who swallow large amounts of gum. However, it's not going to stick around for 7 years either. Our last myth for today: lightning never strikes the same place twice. This saying has been thundering around for centuries, often used to illustrate the rarity of an event. But where did this electrifying myth originate? It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but it likely comes from a misunderstanding of lightning's unpredictable and random nature. Let's shed some light on the matter. Lightning, in essence, is a giant spark of electricity in the atmosphere. It follows the path of least resistance, which means it will strike the highest point or the most conductive point in a given area. Tall structures, such as skyscrapers or trees, frequently get hit multiple times. The Empire State Building in New York, for instance, gets struck about 25 times a year. So despite the popular saying, science tells us that lightning doesn't discriminate. If conditions are right, it can and will strike the same place twice, or even more. So, lightning can and does strike the same place twice, or even more. Today, we've debunked some widely believed myths. From the Great Wall of China being visible from space, bats being blind, to the notion of swallowed gum lingering in your stomach for 7 years, and the belief that lightning never strikes the same place twice. Each has been shown to be false. Let's continue to question and research, to separate fact from fiction. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe for more myth-busting content. We'll see you in the next one.